Yeah, that was a hell of a storm, I guess. I'm looking down here, Larga, you know, Larga's a mess like it usually is, but sidewalks are all flooded. I went to a couple of meetings this week in West Dallas, and I come to realize that this is kind of the way West Dallas is supposed to look, I guess. The uniformity, it's post-apocalyptic chic. It's like I'm living in the period of RoboCop. In fact, that's kind of ironic because that is where they filmed, when they were filming Old Detroit, they were filming it here in Dallas. Bill, maybe I won't need your services today. Unfortunately, I think this is legal. Manos arriba. So yeah, this is a shitty mess. Shopping cart's still here. Oh, it's a Fiesta cart. Okay. All right. Yeah, that needs to be fixed. I miss the days when all I could do was take a walk. On the bike. I want more of that. Like I said, you see the potential. You can barely hear. Like they need a loud, rough and rowdy voice. Get Cheech Marin on there or something. Damn, I should have went. I still go. So yeah, this one's still out. What is that? 9400, 9300. Yeah, I'll get it. What did somebody say? Stonehenge. So if you come down here, this is a hinge. Like something I could capture that's, I guess if you want to come see it, this is the West Dallas, the Northwest Dallas hinge. You catch it at just the right moment. You see the sun between the buildings.
Yeah, why not? Got the bag. I got the bag and I got the time.
Wait.
Sidewalk you can't walk on. So it comes down to erosion control.
Well, no, I guess we have a couple people that smoke Camels, but mostly it's Lucky Strike, Marlboro. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm getting an idea. Wow. It's getting worse. All right. Trash gravity. Talk about it a lot, but I really mean it. People like to drink, people around here like to drink their Cokes out of glass bottles. Well, some folks do. Was glad I found it intact and not busted up into a million pieces. Nah, I was thinking about the movie I used to watch called The Gods Must Be Crazy. By the guy from Africa that finds a Coke bottle almost exactly like this one. Takes it back to his village, and all of a sudden it caused all sorts of consternation. A simple glass bottle. Bottom line is, I'm not taking this glass bottle to the edge of the earth. She's riding on the sidewalk because there's no way in hell that she could ride on the streets. This one here, he ain't gonna wait for me. He just gonna go all around in a hurry to go nowhere. Broken glass. Wasn't ready for that. Oh, you know, it's a car part, or is that a bottle? He saved all the 5 seconds so he can be in the left-hand turning lane. But he's still waiting. right, this counts as my single bag. I'm done.
Wait to cross Northwest Highway with Webb Chapel Extension.
Are you serious? I fucking got the light? Well, all right then. Let me see what happens if I just walk. But it's gonna be fun going by this sidewalk on Starlight. It's basically just a giant pool of mud. It's trash gravity. A lot of it. All right. What I can't figure out is what's the difference between when somebody puts ice on a beer, somebody puts light on a beer. I keep thinking about like that Simpsons episode where they showed all of these different brands and it was just one spout putting it all in it's splitting into three. So because this thing doesn't have a cover on it, so the garbage can, that's how much rain we got, about 8 inches. Floating garbage. All right. was just thinking, if there's ever a high-speed lane change and the guy runs up on this curb, that's it for you. There is no you'll see your death head on. Oh, the theme from GoPro 13. That's random. No, I was thinking some video games, they try to get some realism in them. So every once in a while you'll see like random trash blow in the background where your character's walking. I haven't played any. I haven't played any game that wasn't made maybe after I played a few games, but I don't play like the mainstream AAA games. The last mainstream AAA game I played was BioShock. So, I mean, the original, not remastered, like the original that came out whenever. But I wonder if today's games, like Cyberpunk 2020, if you're walking around or whatever it's Cyberpunk something, you're walking around, do they have like random trash generated on the street? Or even cooler, I guess, if it's supposed to be a futuristic thing, like you see a trash robot run around every once in a while just picking up the stuff. Now, there's an idea. Nah, I was like, Dallas could get trash drones. I was like, I see how that can go. I think negative, but it might work. I don't know. They spend like $10 million getting these things. They put them out. But like they got the lowest bidder. So these damn things are always like running into the street or bumping into stuff, and then people keep taking the trash drones and like stripping them down for parts. And then you'll have the politicians and activists getting all mad. It's like, why couldn't they have spent money on just hiring people to clean up the which is valid. Dallas wanted to look futuristic. Instead, he could have just hired more sanitation workers. Like some people are saying, where they get homeless people and they hired them to clean up the trash. All right. $2,700 community. Might have pressed the button already?
Wait.
Wait! Still trying to figure out. Born in East LA. The thing said the answer machine kept saying wait. And Paul Rodriguez was like, who are you calling stupid? And I was like, still never got that one. One of those translation jokes that fell flat. Who's gonna run that light? There we go. That's what I was waiting for. There's always the one. It wouldn't be Northwest Highway without it. Wonder how long that wait was. Oh, that was generous. They give me 26 seconds to get across. Like what, 7 lanes of traffic? I don't know if that's enough for an elderly person. Then again, I guess they wouldn't. People don't walk because they know precisely how bad it is. I mean, it happens every time, and it gets worse. That's because they got so much trash in here. It blocks off the canal. It's a mess. So, you know, here comes the argument between the city. Between the different agencies in the city. But yeah, there's a shopping cart down there and it's clogged up, and this is gonna be like this. Wow, I can smell bleach. The chlorine. There's another red flag getting set off there. Huh. I don't really care about that part. But yeah, you can't get anything through here. All right. I'm gonna be busy tonight. I even know the address in my head. I mean, I could do it all day long. 2745 West Northwest Highway. $27.45. Did I say that? Yeah, $27.45 West Northwest Highway. Man, that's what I hate about being right on the street. You can smell that car exhaust. I'm telling the people I got the cheap gas. come down here at night for obvious reasons. Over a lake, yeah, this is the street I was talking about, but don't worry, it's not like I'm gonna get mugged right at 6 o'clock. Oh my God, the lights turned out. The street lights came on and all of a sudden they picked me clean like piranha. It's an area that's been neglected for a long time, so the people feel neglected. I mean, you look over and you see that soccer field, just a big giant pile of mud. Nobody's even bothered to resod it, or maybe they can't, I don't know. If you rip it up and put in turf, that causes more of the heat island effect. So you want something natural growing there. It's kind of funny, I'm gonna have people are gonna be looking at this jumbled mess. Of course they always, I don't know why they look at my jumbled mess. But no, I'm not gonna say anything about the graffiti down here. It needs to get a little bit better. You know, but you can see potential. Just looking over there. So I guess the water flows from there to here. There's something blocking that up too. The dags. You want the dags? Dags. Oh, dogs. Oh man. What's funny about that scene? The guy correcting the Piker's accent, he's got a Cockney accent, so you can't understand one guy and then you can't understand oh, dogs. And there is just dogs. You say it with a Midwestern kind of accent, dogs. And down here in the south, it's also dogs. Dogs. That A-W-G. What makes Larga such a popular street to drive on is that are they bypassing a major artery somewhere? Because it's only 2 lanes. So why would you come down here with all the stop signs? It's not like that many people live here. I say that as I'm looking at all the cars. Sorry, I got my line stuck on your name, please. Every once in a while you hear that click. No, I'm trying to pull up the internal map in my head. That's why I went quiet. The only major one I can think of, there's... My brain's getting all cooked. So you got Webb Chapel over in that direction. And I forget what's over here. Man, getting all the hits. Matt B from Castlevania 4. Or Super Castlevania 4. Like they act like there was a regular Castlevania 4. Maybe there was. They were still making games for the NES. Well, I remember briefly they were Southwestern Bell Communications, but yeah. Meanwhile, there's a fan running in that one, so I think this other one is just a dead switch. There's nothing there. Or it's a dead wiring closet. Well, the problem with this Streetlight is I have no reference points. Anyway. Are you getting all this? Just little things. Little things. No, I can't do it any of this at work. Thursdays are kind of my busiest days. All right. I hope I'm getting this. I guess what I'm looking for is a camera that, if I can see with my eyes, the camera sees it like I see it. And the only way I can do that is I would have to get, apparently they call them bridge cameras because they're the combination of, you know, the expensive cameras and super expensive cameras and the action cameras. Like these stupid, what is it, like an $1,100 XLR Canon or something like that, but you can't strap that to your body. You have to carry this thing, and it's got an active lens on it, and you're basically seeing your whole life through the camera. I just need to know that once I hit the play button, or once I hit the record button, whatever I see, it sees. And like I'm looking at this right now, I see a street light out at Larga and Webb's Chapel, but the camera just sees darkness, or it sees like the lights coming off, it sees the sign of Larga. It doesn't see the stem. And you try to do that on a phone camera, and that's even worse. Waiting for this thing. Sonar echolocation. Man, that's not, every once in a while I can hear it rattling off my ears. So not only did the camera go out, but apparently my tunes went out too. You see me? You see me? All right, man. Give me the dignity of at least having a beautiful corpse to display. I don't want to be one of those guys. Yeah, they got an open casket funeral, but they had to reconstruct me with plexiglass. I mean, with PVC pipe. Oh man, it never ends. The only time I don't want it to see what I'm seeing is I'm putting in my password. cameras, hoping I got something. Now, imagine you see that or you hear that like on an hourly basis, maybe up until midnight, and ask yourself if you think that anybody cares about you. When I went to the Love Field Good Neighbor program, and they said, imagine what you see and multiply that. She might have been exaggerating, probably not. Multiply that by 1,000, or not by 10. We're just going to be inundated. In 2026, they're going to be inundated with I'm sorry, I'm just doing two things at once. This is the kind of stuff that drives Alex crazy. So shout out to Alex. Yes, I see this. Yes, I will say something about it. He's like, you're missing so much stuff. And I'm like, it's like, dude, I'm not a pro at this, okay? This is year one. You know, someday by the time, if I'm still alive, I haven't pissed off the wrong person and got a taste of what free-loving gun country is, who knows what setup I'll have in the future. It's like, yeah, I'm capturing all this. I don't even crane my neck. It's just like, my whole body just becomes the orb. So yeah, once again, that's erosion control. I'm walking in the goddamn street because they can't be bothered to put a diversion bar or a divot on there, or not a divot, what do they call it, a barrier to keep the soil off of there. But that's a slippery mess. I damn near fell on this. All right. Man, I hope I'm getting this. 6N as in November, 4W as in West, 373. 6N, 4W, 373. Wait a minute. $700 to rent a room? That might be a hell of a deal. When you get in there and you look, and you got to share the room with like 3 other people. They said, no, don't worry about it. What time do you work? I was like, work from 8 to 5. Ooh, that's gonna be a problem. Can you change your shift? So you're working the night shift, waiting for a spot to open up on the floor so you can sleep during the day.
Wait to cross Webb Chapel Road at Larga Drive. Webb Chapel Road, walk down to Cross.
Thanks, Bill. I mean, I got Bill just like that, man. I tell you, man, he was the greatest president ever. I don't care what anybody says. You're all right in my book, Bill. Yeah, there's probably a lot of accidents on Larga. Still got the learner's permit. No, I already know what's going to happen. I'm going to grab the camera and maybe I got to think positive. But I'm pretty sure that I got shitty footage. I mean, shitty or stuff I can't use. You know, this is like, this stuff for me. And then if everyone else wants to see this crazy stuff, more power to you. Like, I'm getting the feeling that a lot of the people that watch are from Europe. Excuse me, a lot of people are from here. They're just like, I'm in the military, I'm trying to figure out what's going on with my co-folks back there. I used to live in the area. I'm thinking of living in the area. How bad is this? And it's like, I don't know. Somewhere between Detroit and Cleveland. That's kind of the level that we're at here. Throw in a little of Philly and Pittsburgh for the bad parts of it. And you got Dallas. In fact, they should probably redo the NFC East for the Dallas Cowboys and just make it like the mud, and just take some teams and call it the division, the mud division. And you get Cleveland, Dallas, Pittsburgh, and like I said, Philly. You just throw them all in there. It's like the Battle of Steel mud shit places. And then there's the part of my audience that I get a feeling that I'm getting like European fetishists looking at this. And they're getting off on poverty porn and the decay, saying to themselves, my God. Poverty, porn, and decay, and they're just looking at this and they're going, my God, this place is a shithole. And I was like, it is. Compared to where I'm from. I had no idea they put reflective paint on for sale signs. But yeah, that's a mess. One day, man, come down here and he gonna break that chain. Or one day the guy forgets to put the chain on there. All right, let's see what we got here.